we're going to go ahead and get started here, going over Science Bellwork Week 17, Day 1. Remember, it's a new week for Bellwork, so make sure you've created that new note for this week, Week 17, Day 1. How does a thermometer work? So we've had some experience throughout some of the labs that we've conducted this year with using thermometers. We're just going to dive a little deeper into experiencing and observing how they actually work. So I'm going to go ahead and read, just follow along. Check the thermometer on a hot day, and it will tell you that the temperature is high. But even though you may feel the heat when you step outside, heat and temperature are not the same thing. The best way to understand the difference between heat and temperature is to think about the molecules. Molecules are individual particles that make up a substance. Molecules have both mass and speed, and the hotter a substance is, the faster its molecules move. Temperature is the measure of energy that this motion generates, which is called kinetic energy. Heat, on the other hand, is the flow of energy from warm objects to cool ones as the result of their being at different temperatures. Okay, so through that passage, we read about temperature, heat, the difference between the two. Also, the motion of particles and how that creates kinetic energy, and how that can affect the temperature of objects. So notice we have these two diagrams. Air molecules on a cool day kind of shows them being stuck in place, kind of maybe just vibrating, kind of closely packed together, but they still have a little bit of room. And then air molecules on a hot day, as you see, they're able to move freely, more spread out, more room to move. Part A wants us to cross out the incorrect word in each sentence and write the correct one above it to make the statement true. So number 1 says, the hotter a substance is, the slower its molecules move. So if we look in this second paragraph, it says molecules have both speed and mass, and the hotter a substance is, the faster its molecules move. So we would change slower to faster. Number 2, heat measures the average kinetic energy of molecules. Okay, so let's go back up here. Second paragraph actually says temperature is the measure of energy that this motion generates. Average kinetic energy of molecules, which is called kinetic energy. So temperature is the measure of the average kinetic energy of molecules. So we would change heat to temperature. Number 3, energy generated by the movement of molecules is called heat energy. Well, we know that the energy associated with movement is called kinetic, so we would change heat to kinetic. We should know that the energy associated with movement is called kinetic energy. Number 4, molecules have both color and speed. Well, if we go back up to second paragraph, right here it says molecules have both speed and mass. So it would be change color to mass. Okay. And in part B, it wants us to explain in our own words the difference between temperature and heat. So you have both of those as vocab words. You can go back to the passage to help you with that as well if you need to. I would just put temperature is the measure of a molecule's kinetic energy. And then Heat is energy that flows between objects of different temperatures. There you have it. There's Bellwork for Monday, week 17, day 1. Have a good one, guys.